Commander, the Decepticons are finally starting to quiet down.
Yes, Jazz, but I don't imagine this tranquility will last for long. Make no mistake, those Decepticons are plotting their next evil scheme even as we speak. We must not relax our vigilance.
Yes, sir.
Commander, we've got more information from the Autobots we met up with.
Information? Ah, about the UFO? What is it? Did you find out anything important?
Unfortunately, nothing about the UFO except that there were actually 2 of them. But apparently their systems went haywire because of the electromagnetic waves too. Seems they got all split up after the crash landing, and then the Decepticons found them. They took shelter and tried to defend themselves as best they could, hoping for a chance to join up with us.
I see. That's not good.
I'm sorry, Commander. If only I had studied this planet's star more carefully, this situation would have never happened.
I was foolish as well for neglecting my responsibility to ensure the safety of the situation. What's that?
We're receiving an SOS signal. Somebody is calling for help.
Find the location of that signal, Jazz. Let's go right away.
Commander, wait a second. This might be another Decepticon trap. At least give me some time to investigate.
I'm aware of that possibility, but I won't order an investigation.
Commander!
Because of my earlier carelessness, our friends were put in danger. If this isn't a trap, then I will have failed our companions again. We haven't a moment to lose. I can't sit back and watch someone die just to protect myself. Whoever sent that signal must be helped, even if I have to go alone.
Commander?
Commander! Right then. But we're thinking the same as you. Let us go with you.
Jazz. Very well. I'll consider it. Anyway, let's prepare for departure. The signal came from near the shuttle. The shuttle's sensors are confirming the presence of Autobots and Decepticons. Our friends are definitely here. Our mission is to drive away the Decepticons and rescue our friends. All right, Autobots, let's roll out.
The battle begins.
I believe the SOS signal was sent from around this area. Is there anyone here?
Rodimus Prime, you thought you could disappear and get the Autobots of this era to help you. You pathetic fool!
Who are you?
You! Oh, that's right. You would be here in this time, wouldn't you?
That face! You're Megatron! No, not Megatron.
I'm Galvatron. Perhaps I should say, nice to meet you. But I already know you very, very well.
What, are you some new kind of Decepticon? Have I met you before?
I think so, Optimus. Well then, Rodimus Prime was always a worthless opponent anyway. Now, you'll feel the power of the future Decepticons.
What do you mean, future Decepticons?
You don't need to know anything. Decepticons, attack!
It's time to fight.
Let's go!
Roger!
How dare you damage me! You shall die! Transform! I'm pulling back for now. I shall remember this, Autobots. Decepticons! Retreat!
What the?
That voice. Could it be Optimus?
Now who is it? Huh? Hot Rod? No, something's not quite right. Someone else, perhaps?
There's no need to be alarmed. I'm Prime.
What? But I'm Prime!
Yes, but I'm also Prime. Let me explain. About me and that Decepticon from before.
The Autobots found their allies who had set the SOS signal and returned with them to the shuttle. There they heard an amazing story.
So, you mean you guys are from the future?
Yes, that's right. That UFO you were chasing was probably our shuttle.
Which means that the explosion was really the shockwave from the time slip. I don't believe it.
Now, young'un. The unbelievable ain't the impossible, you know. Once you live for a while, you'll get to see all kinds of crazy stuff you don't understand.
The one you saw before was Galvatron. He followed us back here to this era. He is the future leader of the Decepticons. Optimus, sir, I know it's a wild story and hard to believe, but we came here to avoid a terrible catastrophe. Please try to believe us.
Aren't you the hot rod that we used to know? As Rodimus Prime, you've taken over from Optimus and are leading the Autobots. I don't think I believe all this crazy talk about coming from the future. But if it is true, then... what happened to Optimus Prime? What are you doing leading the Autobots? Come on, explain that.
Well, what should I do? Is it really okay to reveal their fate?
There, you see? He can't explain. We can't trust these guys.
Jazz, sir, you're wrong.
Yes, you're wrong, Jazz. He can't decide how much to tell us. It's not good for us to learn any more about our future than we absolutely need to know.
Commander, so you believe our story?
A long time ago, Spike traveled through time when he entered old ruins. And before that, there was a time machine on Cybertron as well. It saved my life. So clearly, time travel is by no means unthinkable. Besides...
What?
The Matrix inside of me senses it. Inside this transformer before us is the very same Matrix that is inside me.
What?
Can that really be true? This is getting really interesting. Possession of the Matrix proves that one is the true Autobot leader. It's the crystal containing the wisdom of generations of Autobot leaders. If the Matrix is in Rodimus, this entire story could be true after all.
Just like Wheeljack. Catches on so much faster than this one here.
What?
That's enough. Anyway, we're all tired after today's adventures. We'll listen to more of the story tomorrow. For now, let's rest.
Jazz, please forgive Cup for being so rude. We'll explain everything tomorrow, after we've had a chance to rest.
Okay.
So now there are two primes. Ho ho, strange things do happen.
Let us now join the Decepticons at the site of their shuttle landing.
Hiding the shuttle deep in a cave. That sounds like my sound wave. Excellent judgment. Don't be treating my subordinates as if they were yours, Galvatron. I believe that you are a fellow Decepticon, so I invited you here. But remember that does not mean I believe all your coming from the future stories. Brother, don't say that. I am you, your future self. Surely you feel it. The same black oil flows in both our metal veins.
What's this? Is this true, Megatron, sir?
Yes, I am certain. I feel it. The same electronic pulse connects us. Well then, how goes the future me? Still fighting those Autobots? A little white lie or two won't hurt. Don't want him losing respect for me. Obviously, we now rule the universe, thanks to me. Really? Is that true? Of course it's true. We bask at last in the glory that is ours. Wonderful! Please, tell me more. Tell me the details. I shall. But we don't have the time for that now. A temporary threat to our glorious rule has emerged. It is to stop this threat that they have returned to this era. What? Listen to me, brother. That is a conversation for the future.
Meanwhile, back on the Autobot shuttle.
What? The Decepticon Military Operations Commander Shockwave turns traitor?
That's right, Optimus Prime.
I don't believe it. Megatron's faithful henchman.
There was a reason.
That Galvatron you fought with earlier is really Megatron, restored and made more powerful after undergoing damage in a battle. But when he became Galvatron, he took a turn for the worse. He became more violent and began to lash out indiscriminately at anyone near him.
Even within the Decepticon ranks, he started losing his authority. Shockwave observed the new Galvatron and came to a conclusion. He is not fit to lead the Decepticons. I myself would make a better military leader.
But a one-robot mutiny? How? Even with his authority weakened, Galvatron couldn't be dislodged from the top of Megatron's organization.
Yes, but he had something that changed the odds. Zell Quartz.
Zell Quartz? What's that?
Well, it is nothing less than the greatest threat to the Transformers of the future.
Rodimus Prime told Optimus the whole story from the beginning. A story that goes something like this. Zell Quartz was an energy mineral that Shockwave discovered. If the quartz is set into the body of a being born on Cybertron, for example a Transformer, that being will experience a prodigious increase in power and strength. So, blessed with an inexhaustible supply of energy and destructive power, Shockwave made himself leader of the Decepticons. But he could not bear the extra power loads. His circuitry malfunctioned, and he began to run amok. Of course, both the Decepticons and the Autobots tried to stop him. But fueled by the near-infinite power resources of the Zell Quartz, Shockwave was unstoppable. Both sides suffered massive losses. Eventually, the planet Cybertron itself was destroyed. Rodimus Prime knew that Shockwave would not stop until the Earth and all the other planets were bathed in fire. Rodimus sought help from the Quintessence, who were also under threat. They provided technology that would enable Transformers to travel back in time through a time slip, where they planned to stop Shockwave from ever unearthing the Zell Quartz.
So the elite of the survivors boarded a shuttle, and we threw ourselves into the time slip. But the Decepticons discovered our plans. They secretly followed us to steal the quartz for themselves, and forced their way through the time slip after us.
A destabilization in space energy occurred as a result. There was an explosion when we emerged from the time slip, and our group was scattered. And when our shuttle crash-landed, we lost all interplanetary communications. We haven't been able to contact our comrades.
So, that explains everything that has happened here.
I don't think it is wise to travel through time and meddle with history. But as Transformers, we have an obligation to stop Shockwave from menacing innocent planets.
Commander, if that Zell quartz is on this planet, we've got to find it fast and destroy it before the bad guys get to it.
Agreed. So, where is the quartz?
Well,
You don't know? I'm afraid not, my brother. In the future, it is known as Zell Quartz. But in this era, who knows what it's called? But this Autobot doomsday weapon material, are you sure it is here on this planet? Quite sure. And this doomsday weapon will be used against us Decepticons? Well, we must help you. We have to get the Zell Quartz before they do. Thank you, Megatron. Truly, you and I are one. And I think I'll keep quiet about Shockwave and the power of the Zell Quartz. Otherwise, it'll be harder to grab the quartz for myself when the time comes. But swallowing such obvious lies, was I such a gullible fool?
Galvatron will probably contact Megatron and persuade him somehow to join the search for the quartz. If we don't get to that quartz first.
Right. Wheeljack. Explain the situation to the Paradius United Government and ask for their cooperation. Then, search every database on the planet for information about anything that might be the Zell Quartz.
I've already been looking, Commander.
That's our Wheeljack. Did you find anything?
Well, for now I have located 3 possible candidates for the Zell Quartz.
Good. We don't have any time to spare. We will leave directly to search for the quartz.
Now that's a real commander. Decisive, confident.
What is it, Rodimus? Oh, do you mind me calling you that?
No, Commander. I might be the leader in the future, but for now, just call me Rodimus.
Very well, then. Okay, it's time to roll out. Get ready, everyone.
Yes, sir.